There's my audio. And you know what? We'll figure out the transitions one of these days.
Yeah. We'll definitely do that.
Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. It's another episode where we have no idea how to do a transition, and I don't think we've ever learned how to do a transition a day in our lives. As always, here on MTTF, I'm Miles. Who's that over there? That's
And I am Trenton Hill sometimes.
Every now and again, he's Cretin Trill.
Mm-hmm.
He's an imposter. Trent, the big one. The big one in just a couple of days. Game 285, Super Bowl 60 is right around the corner. And I think this might be, I think this might be the best Super Bowl we've had in years, to be completely honest. Not necessarily for the teams that are playing, okay? Don't look at me like that. No. No, we just started the episode. We are not going to do this. But for some of the narratives that I think we're looking at right here, all right? Like, you've got this scrappy, up-and-coming Seahawks team that dominated everyone this year after, a bit of a down year last year. They just moved on from their quarterback. Sam Darnold's on a redemption tour, and that's just been a really, really fun thing to watch. That defense is incredible. As well under Mike McDonald, and then on the Pats side, it's almost same Pats, different year. You've got this plucky second-year quarterback who everyone is falling in love with. You've got Mike Vrabel, who I believe just won Coach of the Year, if I remember correctly. So Coach of the Year, Mike Vrabel, coaching his first Super Bowl where he had his glory days as a player. I just think the setup for the narratives in this, no matter what way you slice it, you're gonna feel good for the team that pulls it off. You're gonna feel awful for the team that can't get it done. And I'm sure we both got someone that we're rooting for here, but let's dig into this a little bit. I want to look at these quarterbacks first and foremost because I think this is probably one of the most interesting matchups of not just of this game but of the year. Sam Darnold redemption tour obviously started off horrendously with the Jets, bounced around the league a la Josh McCown, a la Ryan Fitzpatrick, and he went through kind of this quarterback rehab with a series of coaches: Kyle Shanahan, Kevin O'Connell, and now up in the Northwest, just doing his thing, and he is playing the best football by far of his career. I mean, like, what have you made of Sam Darnold this season?
Let me tell you this. Sam Darnold is younger than Steve Young was when he first started for the 49ers.
Really?
Steve Young was 30 years old in 1991. Started out in Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was considered a bust at the time.
He was.
Very, very similar trajectories, although Darnold played for more teams.
Mm-hmm.
But Darnold has a chance to make himself an NFL legend if he continues this ride that he's on, not just in the Super Bowl, but for years to come. Now, does he need to clean up his numbers in the turnover department? Yes, but I am so happy for Darnold just to get out of New York and just turn it on and just one last middle finger to the Jets on his way out if he wins.
100%. And something that I too was kind of thinking about here is really there's this overarching narrative that we've kind of seen materialize this year with some of these quarterbacks that got written off, and we've seen it sort of developing over these past couple of seasons where you can't write off a guy after his first team. Quarterback development, we have very much been reminded as NFL fans this season that quarterback development isn't linear at all. And we've seen that with Sam Darnold playing the best football of his career in, year 8? Give or take? 2018 draft? 2018, 19, 20, 1, 2,
That's
3,
eight?
4, 5, 9th year.
Holy
eighth
moly.
year? Yeah,
Eighth
season. Eighth season. So, it's taken Darnold, 7-8 years to really find his footing in the league. Last year with the Vikings, obviously. And we've seen him take another step this year, and I know I've had my skepticisms of Sam Darnold this year, especially in these big game situations, but he's been able to come in and rewrite that narrative too. He's not faltering when it matters most. And I think Sam Darnold has played great over the stretch of the playoffs, and I think he's got better. I think he has a better all-around team around him than he did in Minnesota, especially defensively with what Seattle has over on that side of the ball. We'll talk about that here coming up when we kind of get into more of these matchups here. But, I mean, you look at what Darnold's got to work with, even compared to Minnesota. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet for the majority of the year. Obviously, Charbonnet did go down at some point in the divisional round, I believe. But you're still throwing to Jackson Smith and Jigba. You're throwing Rashid Shaheed, acquired midseason, just that absolute deep field weapon that you can huck the ball to. Trent has disappeared. Where has he gone?
My dog.
Trent disappeared. He reappeared. Trent's playing peekaboo with us.
I am very sorry. My dog wanted in.
Yeah, happens. I just say my dog's chilling just right on the other side of the camera.
But
she'll always come snake over by where I am, and I'll just sit here and pet her while we're doing. I'm I've done it for every show. Bok Choy, what's up, buddy? What's up? But yeah, anyways, Sam Darnold is just, I mean, it's been a hell of a year for him, man, and I could not be happier for that guy in particular, especially giving a finger to the New York Jets.
I mean, we're so spoiled nowadays. It's like they want they want a lot of results in a very short amount of time. They've even simplified offenses to make it easier on quarterbacks. But at the end of the day, like you said, quarterback development is not linear.
Well, and we've really seen the death of the sit the rookie for a year behind some rando that we're gonna go get slaughtered for a year. There's no sitting a Lamar Jackson behind a Joe Flacco anymore. There's no sitting a Mahomes behind an Alex Smith anymore. Or I mean, hell, or a Drew Lock behind a Joe Flacco for a year or for half a year. Like that, we just don't see that anymore, you know. And I think some of these guys could have very much been, and this goes back even to that 2018 class. You know, I think part of Mahomes' success is that he did get to sit and learn that Andy Reid system for a year. They didn't have to dumb down an offense for him because he was coming out of the air raid at Texas Tech. Like, he got to sit, he got to learn. He got one game at the end of the year once Kansas City had already clinched a playoff berth. And that was that. And that's what you saw out of the rookie. And you go into next year wondering, okay, what's this guy got? Where, you know, it just everything now from a rookie quarterback is expected. He's going to come in, and no matter what issues are around the team, he's going to turn around the team. And I think we're seeing this season just really the case being made, really quietly, by the way, for sitting a rookie behind a veteran while you at least get a few more pieces together. Like you can't tell me Cam Ward wouldn't benefit from sitting behind some rando for a year in Tennessee before starting. I mean that that Titans team was bad this year, and I think you very much risk rookie quarterback development if they're stuck just behind a complete bottom of the barrel team. Like, there's probably a reason you were an early first round pick and ended up on this garbage team. And I think we're definitely seeing the argument to be made of why guys should probably sit for a year. But I do think we're straying a little bit here, where we're kind of getting to the overarching arguments. And
I wish I could make one more point.
Go ahead. We're already
the last point I want to make is look at guys like CJ Stroud, who had spectacular rookie years, but I feel like he has shell shock. He was hit so many times that, like, he's regressing. We saw it with Jim Everett back in the 90s with the Rams. Mm-hmm. You saw it with who else was a quarterback that got David Carr. David Carr got smacked around so much that he never had a chance. CJ Stroud is...
Has my mic been weird, like, for the stream? Because and Ender was saying my mic was quiet. I almost wonder if it was defaulting to a different thing. Oh, maybe it
could have been
just kind of quiet. Yeah, like, I almost wonder if it was trying to use my webcam. Either that or maybe I'm talking quiet. I couldn't tell you what's going on, dog. Hopefully that's better. Let me know.
I can hear you now.
Say, I didn't think we had any problems, but this is why we check chat. This is why we have mods.
Hey, we're getting there. We're getting there.
I'm hella quiet.
Last week was...
What is going on with my mic, dog? Great, now I'm the one having technical difficulties.
Last week it was me, and this week it's you. We're gonna get it. But yeah, you see it with a Jim Everett for those young people. You see it with David Carr. You see it with a lot of quarterbacks who are drafted early or played on bad offensive lines. They start to regress. CJ Stroud. And yeah, so I think that quarterbacks should sit for a year. I am of the opinion that Fernando Mendoza needs to sit for a year because that Raiders offensive line just sucks.
I'm trying to sit here and troubleshoot real quick. I gotta listen to stream to troubleshoot.
Yeah, so I think
I just
quarterback should sit for a year. I am
no idea. Why am I so quiet?
Because that Raiders offensive line just sucks.
I'm trying to. I am really quiet on stream. Why are we having technical difficulties for the second week in a row? Okay. Swap that real quick and then come back to that. Like, why is my output being weird? My input capture is on my mic. I don't know what the fire truck is going on. Do I bruh, there's no way my mic is already giving out. But, it seems like it won't go up, if I turn it up or... Alright, here, maybe we do this. Hang on.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try and hold it together for you. I'll try and hold it together.
Yeah, all good.
Alright, so, Zach, is that Kenneth Walker and... Dang it. Now I'm having sneezing problems. Kenneth Walker versus what is up, Sandfoil? How you doing, my friend?
What is
Kenneth Walker versus the tandem of is it Alexander Madison and Trevion Henderson
For who?
for the the running backs.
Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson.
Ramondre, why did I say Alexander Madison? Ramondre Stevenson and Trevion Henderson versus Kenneth Walker without Charbonnet. I really wish Charbonnet was in this game. I think he's a great goal line back. I think that the one thing that you could say about the Seattle Seahawks, they do like to use put Darnold behind center, hand it off to the running backs. They're going to get outs back this week for the Super Bowl, supposedly, and I would like to see a lot of I formation. Yeah, here to kick you off the computer. That's nice. I kind of got nervous after you said that he didn't like Hilltime Sports, but
have I gotten somewhere? Again. Can I be heard now properly on stream? Is this is no filter? Like we unplugged it, we plugged it back in. I don't have any filter on it or any plug-in running on it. So now I'm sorry, like we've had to interrupt streams so many times just because my mic doesn't work right now. I fear that we've gone the I mean my bar is definitely doing some wonky shit. So
Walker should get 45 snaps.
Let's turn this down.
It's the final game of the year. Can't hold anything back, in the words of the water boy. I mean, 45 snaps. If you need to give it to him, don't let Darnold throw the ball too much. Hey,
100%.
You never know.
100%. Okay, I can be heard. I can be heard.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Let's go.
Now I don't have to host. Now I don't have to ramble.
I think I'm a smidge loud, but we can make it work. My chat's happy now. My mods are happy. Good lord. Why Mike no work?
We don't have to rely on me anymore.
What I will say though, like I hear what you're saying though, for sure. You've definitely you can't leave any holds barred in this game. You do have to settle on what you think you do best. And for Seattle, I think it's run the ball, run off of the play action. And I think that's what's made them so dynamic this just all season long is really what's made them so dynamic. They've been able to really play that play action rollout game incredibly well. And you do have to give credit to Sam Darnold as well. You're not seeing as many of the panic throws under pressure, if really any at all. I still think he'll make the occasional shit throw. But it's not so egregious, and obviously like he's had some stinker games this year, and we've seen them in droves. However, he hasn't tanked Seattle, completely even in those games, and we've still seen him make great throws. We've seen him come up in the clutch when they need him. I think that LA game was the game that almost remade Sam Darnold.
This one, the AFC Championship?
Not in the playoff. Well, you could argue that, but less the title game and more the second round in the regular season. Yeah, the fluky one. I say what you want about it, but I really think that game reformed Sam Darnold a little more. Like it was something that Sean Payton said. It was something like gained confidence through like repeated I don't know, if you do the thing you're gonna understand that you can do it is essentially what the kind of mantra was. And so now you're in a situation where, okay, we've seen Sam Darnold come up big in some of these moments this year. I think he's got what it takes. On the other side though, we're still pretty unproven about what we've seen. Drake Maye had a hell of a year. Okay, the year 1 to year 2 jump, absolutely redonkulous. 13 games for him in 2024, 2,276 yards, 15 tutties, 10 picks. Not the worst season in the world, by far. Took a shitload of sacks last year, and that didn't change this year. 17 games goes, his completion percentage jumps from 66 to 72. 4,394 yards, 31 touchdowns, 8 picks. He's in the MVP conversation, second place in MVP voting this season. Still took a lot of sacks, 47. But His quarterback rate, or just his passer rating, jumped from 88.1 to 113.5, and his QBR went from 55 to 77. And this is per ESPN. I mean, it has just been an absolute surge for Drake Maye, and I rightfully think that he was in MVP conversations. I do agree that it was Stafford's award, though. I was a Stafford truther. I will say that, but I do think that he played well enough where a lot of other years he could have won it. And we've definitely seen, like, he is a dynamic quarterback in his own right. Second season, just doing his thing in the same way that Sam Darnold has been in Seattle now that he's gotten his life together. But I mean, I'll flip this back to you the same way we did with Sam. Like, how did you feel about Drake Maye this season, and like what kind of makes or break it for you?
How can I put this? For one thing, Sam Poyle does make a point. Alex is questionable, was playing great when healthy. I have faith in backup running back George Holani, and Stafford was the rightful MVP. This was very true. Drake Maye, I really don't have a lot to say about him. I still think it's a little too early to give him a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That defense, what is it, run by Greg Roman, the defense of the Patriots?
No, it's not. No, it's not Greg Roman. It is, who is it right now? They had two guys this season because I think one guy he got hospitalized.
Oh yeah, I just think that Maye, I still have question marks about him. He's shown flashes that he can be a pretty good. Maye won me over that Sunday night in Baltimore in the come from behind victory. Do you remember that game?
I think I do, and that was a pretty bonkers game. That one. Go ahead.
He hasn't wowed me in the playoffs. I mean, that you are playing against the best defenses, so it's kind of hard to tell how good Maye is before as a playoff quarterback.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the games have been good defense, good running game. And that's fine, Brady started out that way. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if you probably weren't alive at the time. I'm an old man. And Brady was not the guy he was in the mid 2000s. He is check the ball down, give it to your running backs. It was week 16. Okay, week 16.
It was pretty recent.
Yeah, but Maye being a game manager right now, that's the best thing for the Patriots to win.
It's all he needs to be in reality.
Yeah. Don't mess it up.
Well, so to throw on that as well, I think something that's really helped him out, as well as just the New England Patriots, just as a whole, has been the running game kind of figuring itself out. Maybe not in the production department per se, in the yards per carry or what have you department, but in the not turning the ball over department. Ramondre Stevenson early in the season, it was rough for Stevenson there, and we've definitely seen him kind of get his legs under him a little more, or his arms, a little more on the ball, so to speak. And kind of like you were saying as well, like all New England needs to do, or all Drake Maye needs to do, is not go out and screw it up. His playoff track record right now, I don't think is doing him a ton of favors, because I don't think he's looked great so far in the playoffs. I still argue that he got outplayed by Stidham through the air at the very least. He did more with his legs, and I think that's the X factor for Drake Maye, is that his yeah, Ender, I switched the port that my mic was in, dog. I don't know why it was fighting me in the other USB port. But I don't know. Drake Maye uses his legs way more than Darnold does. Darnold can use his legs. He does have the athleticism, but Darnold is much more of a pocket quarterback than I think Maye is. And Maye can move, bro. Trust me. I learned firsthand last week, or week before last, in that title game. I mean, Maye's legs are what won New England the game at the end of the day. That and the turnover, obviously. And it's a pretty opportune defense on that side, and I think we'll get to them here pretty quick as well.
Yeah.
But I think quarterback-wise, right now I feel more confident in Sam Darnold than I do Drake Maye.
Yeah, I do too. And plus, no, we'll get to that later. I have offensive line stuff that I wanted to talk about. I know it's not sexy to talk about offensive line, but I have.
No, but it's so important though.
It's probably, I think, okay.
The trenches are the most important part of the game.
You win the trenches, you're going to win the game. Unless you turn the ball over a million times.
Right. All right, hit me. What do you want to talk about on the O-line?
O-line.
Is this for both teams or just one team?
Patriots. Patriots D-line, Seahawks offensive line. I think we talked about it a little bit.
I think we did too, and I think I got to eat my words a little bit about the Pats pass rush being as mediocre as I kind of thought they were. I will give credit where credit is due. They have turned it on in the playoffs. And
their defensive tackles.
Absolutely. Milton Williams is a monster, and he's listed as a D end. I think he's more of a D tackle type, but Khyiris Tonga, monster.
Yeah, I was reading, and I'm kind of nervous about the Seahawks guard position because they've allowed, I think, the most pressure up the middle.
Uh-huh.
And Milton Williams and who's the other guy?
I mean, there's multiple guys. Milton
Williams.
Just have them? Milton Williams, Khyiris Tonga, Christian Barmore in a 3-4 defense.
Okay, so yeah, they're up the middle is kind of shaky. But the Patriots defensive line in the middle really good. Now I'm worried about the Patriots tackles.
Yeah.
Against Marcus Lawrence and I can't remember the other name.
For the Seahawks, the other guy off of the edge?
Yeah.
I
know that they don't get a lot of Lawrence is known for like his long arms, so he's not going to get like a lot of. He's very slow.
Are you thinking about Derek Hall?
I think that's him.
And this is per the ESPN depth chart. He is their starting right defensive end. So the Seahawks front four, because they run a 4-3. So it's DeMarcus Lawrence on the left, Byron Murphy, and Leonard Williams in the middle. And then you've got Derek Hall, and then Boye Mafe is that second string defensive end. Jared Ivey. I mean, something too that I do kind of want to throw in here is that this Seattle team is shockingly healthy. Like, they have had a couple of guys go down, but like this defense, there's one guy on IR, nobody questionable.
Yeah. I'm going to also say that, correction, Zabel is their best, according to Sam Boyle, Zabel is their best offensive lineman. He's one of the guards. I think it's the other guard that has some trouble.
For the Pats?
For the Seahawks.
Or for the Seahawks. Oh, okay.
Seahawks. Oh, Will Campbell's been really bad against the rush in the playoffs. But he's a rookie.
It's been rough for Campbell. I think Will Campbell had a great season overall as a left tackle. I like what he's done. I think he has struggled against more premier pass rushers. However, where I'm willing to give him credit is I think for the most part he held up this season. And left tackle's hard to play, man. Blindside's hard to play.
Oh, definitely.
I took some snaps at left tackle even in high school, even in like little peewee football. Left tackle is not an easy position to play, dog. So Will Campbell I think played an admirable year, and I think he's just going to keep getting better. 100%.
Yeah, I definitely think your two will be a big jump. Also, Patriots D-line is better than our O-line. We just can't make mistakes, and the defense will take care of the rest. I definitely agree with that. I think whoever makes this is a cliche in all of the NFL. Whoever makes the least amount of mistakes is going to win this football game. Everybody thinks it's going to be a blowout. The more and more I think about it, the more and more I look
The more I look
at
into
it,
this.
the more I look into this, I'm like, this might be a lot closer than I initially thought.
And we'll get down to kind of what I think it comes down
Okay.
to later on. We can kind of stick with the trenches. I think then we can move out to kind of the weapons and some of the defensive X factors on either side. But I've got sort of what I think it's going to come down to
Okay.
here. What will be, what my biggest question for whether or not it ends up a blowout or a close game. But let's keep moving here. We still want to kind of drill here on the trenches. Did you have anything
No,
else to throw
I
onto that?
basically said what I was going to say.
I got you. I think it's just to kind of throw my last 2 cents in there. I think it's a situation where both defensive lines, I would argue, are better than the opposing offensive line. This Seattle front four is absolutely ridiculous, and then this Pats front three, they have really cranked it up here in the playoffs. Milton Williams is a one-man machine. Kyrus Tonga, again, like I said, absolute monster at nose tackle in this Pats 3-4. Christian Barmore's had a great year as well. What I do wonder for the Pats, although I think the Pats have really good depth at linebacker, but Landry's questionable, Spillane's questionable. That's your will side and your left inside. But I think Elijah Ponder and Jack Gibbons, Gibbons especially, are two guys that I really, as a Pats fan, would have quite a bit of faith in. Me personally.
Yeah, I'll say what I'm going to say later. It's a prediction for the game.
All
At
right,
the end
all
of the
right,
game. We'll say
all right.
that.
All right, so I mean, who's kind of like your skill position highlight guy? Like, who do you think on each offense, skill position wise, needs to come up big here? Quarterbacks aside.
I think JSN's going to have a game like he did in the NFC Championship. He's been a
100%.
little. I think he needs to get back to that mid-season form. Towards the end of the season, I saw him take like a kind of a step back. Still really good production.
Of
But
course.
like we weren't seeing like these 150-yard games, these multiple touchdown games. And we saw that in the NFC Championship where he just made some unbelievable catches. Do I move on to the Patriots too?
Yeah.
Patriots.
Who's your guy to watch on the Pats skill position wise? Who needs to have a crazy game here?
For them to win, I think the running backs, both running backs, have to have a stellar game. You're gonna have your Kayshon Bouttys, your Stephon Diggs. If I'm the Patriots, I don't want the ball in Drake Maye's hands unless they need to.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to play like they did against Denver.
That's
running the ball,
time of possession, run the ball. What I will say, and my only thing against that, is for how much they ran the ball against Denver. Other than I agree with you that they need to run the ball. I think they need to run the ball with Maye a little more. And again, I'm gonna keep him out of this for the most part because quarterback, skill position, that whole thing. I don't want to break my own rules here. So for the Pats, who I really think really needs like a big step up game. I don't want to steal yours either. I think Kayshon Boutte really needs to have the type of game that he had like in the divisional round. Kayshon Boutte is listen, you are going to get Seattle's best on Stephon Diggs. And I mean, he could get shut down or they've got a coverage scheme for Stephon Diggs. I think for Seattle, we're going to see a lot of bracket coverage on him. Just have a guy, deep inside and then a guy, lined up on the outside or however they properly bracket a guy. I think you're going to see a lot of that, and I think they've got the guys to do it as well because we're talking about a Devon Witherspoon. Nick Eamon-Warry has been a really good nickel corner. Kobe Bryant and Julian Love are nasty on the back end, and then I think Josh Jobe has kind of been a bit of an unsung hero this season. Maybe I haven't watched enough Seahawks football, but this defense has been killing it all season long. And so I think really it's going to be up to that wide receiver too when they need to put the ball in the air that he's out making plays because again, Diggs is going to be a bit of a tough target throughout the game, I think, just because of how good that Seattle secondary is. And if Boutte can take some of that off of him, then I definitely think New England's got a shot. For Seattle on the skill side, and this one's going to be a little interesting, but I've got my reasons for it. I think I think you're really looking for Shaheed to have a big performance, and that's in every facet of Shaheed's game. I mean, the guy is an absolutely ridiculous return guy, almost giving me Cordero Patterson early in his career when nobody knew what to properly do with him. As well as, you know, he is an absolutely dynamite receiver. He is to Seattle what Marvin Mims is to Denver, but plus. I look at Rashid Shaheed as Marvin Mims plus, and that is a good thing. That 100% a good thing. He's fast. I think he's got some route running ability that doesn't really get seen all that much, just because I don't know. He is running a lot of seam routes, and that's kind of what I was trying to get to there. With how many seams he runs just to be that deep threat, a lot of the times fast guys like that are the decoy to get someone else open underneath, but I think he's absolutely got the burners to break a defense wide open. I would not be shocked for the Pats to see Christian Gonzalez lined up on him for a couple of snaps throughout the game. I think Gonzo's their fastest corner. And also their best one, I mean, by far. I don't really know if the Pats have leaned more into a man or a zone scheme. I think we're going to see a good mix-up of that. But yeah, so for the Pats, and I mean, like, some of these names too, and it really is almost like those early 2000 Pats. Some of these guys, you're like, who are they? Because, like, there are some big names. Gonzo, Carlton Davis, Marcus Jones has been doing this for a while as well. But Craig Woodson at free safety, Jalen Hawkins at strong safety, I think are two guys that have been doing a really, really good job this season. I got firsthand treatment in that AFC title game, and both those guys, it felt like we're making plays everywhere. So just to kind of recap here, Booty, I think, needs to have a big game for the Pats, and then I think it's Rashid Shaheed that's going to find himself needing to step up here against this New England defense.
I think Hunter Henry might play a role in this one.
I think he will too. I keep making this joke about the Pats too, that they've got like the two best tight ends from 2018.
I just feel like there's going to be a point. We saw it in the Chargers game that Hunter Henry scored the only touchdown for the Patriots.
True.
So I'm starting to kind of change my answer a little bit. I think Hunter Henry might be the guy.
Honestly, you could like, you could throw Hooper in there as well, and I wouldn't be mad, because I think the Pats run a good amount of 12 personnel. I think you do see a lot of those two tight end sets from New England, just from what I can kind of remember from the playoffs. As far as I can tell, you know, they do have success with that. I think they run that a lot in the low red zone as well, or kind of like mid-range red zone. You'll see a lot of that, and that's what that touchdown was in that Chargers game in the wild card.
Definitely. Mike Vrabel touchdown?
Yeah. He scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
He did again. I think he did it twice, right?
I think he did too, as a tight end.
Against the Eagles.
Against Philly, and I think against Carolina.
I think that might be it. Don't quote me, but he actually, I think he's caught like 100% of the balls that he has been thrown, and they've all been touchdowns.
Crazy work.
What's up, Sinbin? How you doing, my friend? You're doing well?
Hey, before we get to the back end of the stream, whether or not you're watching my side or whether or not you're watching Trent, don't forget to like the stream. It helps both of us out in the algorithm immensely. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Trent just got up past 200. I've been hella happy for him. I'm almost to 400. It's been a hell of a ride. So again, don't forget to support small creators, and let's keep her pushing. Trent, what are you thinking here defensively? I mean, who are your X factors, or like your big impact guys on both of these defenses that you, or maybe even it's special teams that you think are going to have the biggest impact on this game on either side?
I think for Seattle, and I think he should have won defensive rookie of the year. Nick Emanwari.
I like it.
Has had himself a year. He's been good. He's had key turnovers in the playoffs. As for the Patriots, uh, I think Milton Williams is going to play a big factor.
I think Milton
in this game.
Williams needs to have a Von Miller type game from
Mhm.
Super Bowl 50.
For them to have a chance. I'm good. I'm actually good, Sinbin. How you doing?
And I was going to have the same answer as well. I don't want to steal yours. So I'm going to just kind of toss out a couple of names here. Maybe I'll play, the special teams game as well. For New England, really, defensively, I think you really got to look at Christian Gonzalez. He's going to have his hands full no matter who he's lined up against in that Seattle wide receiver room, whether or not it is Shaheed, whether or not it is JSN, or even Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp still has it. To an extent in, a bit of kind of a reserved role. He's not putting up the same numbers that he did, prime Rams, Triple Crown days, but he's a veteran presence that knows where to be, what to do. I think no matter who he's on, they're going to have their hands full. On that New England side, special teams and maybe even defensively, it's Brendan Schooler for me. Backup strong safety. Listen, I've been watching these playoffs, and number 41 just keeps jumping off the screen for me, man. I mean, this guy just makes tackles. That is all that absolute tackle machine. He looks like a linebacker. He somehow plays safety, and he is probably one of, if not the best gunners I have seen in a while. I would hope that he was also an all-pro special teams gunner like Devon Key, because he is most certainly up there with Broncos, backup safety, special teams ace over there in Key. Seattle, though, gets a little interesting because I think they have so many options for like a guy you could point to that you could say, yeah, I think this guy is or needs to have a big game here, because this starting 11 just feels stacked, right?
Yeah.
I did like your Nick Imanwari answer. Nickel corner. I think he plays a big role in this game, one way or another. Witherspoon, I think, is a guy that's going to have to step up and have a pretty huge game himself, because he's going to be working on Diggs, and I imagine he'll have some help over the top from Julian Love. Just the way that these defensive coordinators will scheme it up to take your guys away. Realistically, though, I think this front four for Seattle, I'm going to cheat a little bit, okay? I'm going to cheat my own question. I'm going to go a group. I think this front four needs to find a way to control the game, because if they can do to New England what Denver did to New England only scored 10 points, and they got 7 of those essentially handed to them by Jarrett Stidham on a fumble. If they can control the game and they can keep this New England running game, hemmed in the way that Denver did, and keep in mind, Denver was a little bit shaky on run defense come playoff time. Buffalo did whatever they wanted to against the ground, so to see them rebound that way against the Pats run game was huge. And I think that's the key to stopping the Pats. That's not my one big thing that, I was going to go with, but I think that's a huge thing, is for this front four of Seattle to be able to shut down this New England run game. What's up, Sinbin?
You know who else needs to keep his head on a swivel?
I got a scam in here, bro. Laura Bush. Hi there, I'm former First Lady Laura Bush. George is in the hospital.
Is she still alive?
I don't know.
I think she might be. I know George is Laura Bush the
First Lady? What even?
HW or
bro?
W?
These bots are getting wild. That's what
was it. The first Bush or the first Bush or second Bush?
That's what I'm figuring out.
Barbara Bush and then Laura
Bush Jr. Bush Jr.
Oh, well, I thoughts and prayers.
I can tell my mod is blasted. He's like, I thought it was real. My bad, my boy.
I'm kidding.
I think Bok Choy. I think Bok Choy is pretty. I think he's feeling pretty good. Oh lordy.
Well, I think you're saying what?
The Seattle front four is really what I was hammering home on, though. Like, I think if they can do, and we'll just kind of resum it up, if they can do to New England what Denver did to the New England running game and force Drake Maye to win this game in the biggest game of his life, I think Seattle's got a damn good chance.
Yeah, I think so too. Seattle's run defense is pretty good, isn't it? I think
It
if
is,
I
and I can pull up the stat rankings if you want me to, but they have just been a sound defense all season long.
Wooly. Oh, I was going to talk about Wooly and
Okay.
his shenanigans. Don't
Oh,
go to the Patriots sideline and taunt them.
yeah.
Do not.
Seattle had the third ranked run defense behind Jacksonville and Denver.
Yeah. Hello, Fire Goddess.
So
But yeah,
there is that.
but Wooly, don't make stupid decisions on Sunday.
Don't pull a Eugene Robinson.
Mhm. Did you saw that game, right? When Wooly like taunted them and then the next play he gets beat deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do something stupid. So all right, so I think we can kind of wrap this up nicely in a bow. I think we give like our one biggest key to victory, I think for both sides. And then score prediction, and then I think we are out of here for the night. I'll let you go first, Trent. What is key to victory for both sides? What do both teams need to do to pull this thing off?
Patriots, whether or not the devil magic is back. um, they're giving me 2001 to 2004 vibes. Not liking it. It's just an inevitable thing that I just say because it's the Patriots. But key to victory, I really think that Drake Maye under I think about 20 passes,
Mm-hmm.
make the key throws, scramble, and rely on your defense and your run game if they can. As for Seattle, Sam Darnold, you got to play the game of your life, and the defense needs to do what they're doing. I think Sam Darnold is the key to the Seattle Seahawks winning. Don't turn the ball over.
Mm-hmm. So, and this will bring me to my big overarching thing about the Pats, because I'm right there with you. Drake Maye needs to take a backstage role in this game. Let this running game hash it out. Let the defense hash it out. He has not played great in this postseason. We have seen him be a little turnover prone. So through the playoffs, and just kind of some boneheaded throws on his side. And it's I think May's a talented kid. I think he's maybe I don't want to say in over his head, but he I think he's ready for the moment, but I think he just needs to manage the game, because this game is going to come down for New England to whether or not Drake Maye can make the throws that he needs to. I think we're going to see more of his legs in this game, just because I think that's been what's been working best. Although I'd expect Seattle to come out with a spy early. There goes my phone again. I would expect Seattle to come out with a spy in this game. After seeing how Denver got torched without one. And really for New England, I hate to sound like a metronome or a broken record, but for them it really is find a way to run the ball. And, May just needs to make some key throws, and you've got to play damn good defense. For Seattle, I think there is a facet of leaning on Kenneth Walker a little bit, and this is what we were talking about at the start of the show. You don't want to leave any holds barred. This Seattle offense has worked best when Kenneth Walker has gotten things going. Just because they're able to roll the play action off of that, nobody's able to figure out what they're doing, and I think that sets them up for some huge plays with a Rashid Shaheed, with a Jackson Smith and Jigba. And it's for Seattle, I really think that this run game is going to be paramount. Sam Darnold as well. I don't think you need to ask the world of him in this game either. I really think that he can game manage this. I have a little more faith, I think, in Seattle than I do New England, and that's kind of that blows my prediction a little bit, But for Seattle, it's shut down Stephon Diggs, shut down that running game, and force Drake Maye to play a drop back passing game against your front seven. And then
the real question, though.
The real question.
Real question.
Real question.
Heads or tails on the coin toss?
Tails.
That was from Sidman.
Milton Williams will be huge in here as well. Mr. Gaffetti in my chat. Glad to see you in here. No, Milton Williams will be huge for New England. I think he's like my defensive X factor. Like I said earlier, like I really think he's got to have a bit of a Von Miller type game.
He's gonna have to
show
get
out.
pressure up the middle.
Score predictions, and this is how we'll close out the final preview of the season.
Oh my gosh, we've been doing this for.
This is number 10. This is number 10.
Oh boy, I can't wait to do off season.
It's gonna be great. Prediction time.
What was the score of Super Bowl 36?
24-28. Or of what? 48 or 49?
36.
36?
Yeah.
Was that wasn't Pittsburgh?
Patriots.
That was Rams Pats. 36? Oh yeah. I almost want to say 2017.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Vinatieri game-winning field goal.
2017, but this time it goes to Seattle. Yeah.
I think these offenses are going to play a little better. I think we're going to get a lot of timely stops. I think there's going to be a huge turnover that one of these teams gets that really swings the momentum of this game. I'm going to take Seattle 24-21 in this one. I think Sam Darnold gets it. Trent, what do you got?
Wait.
What?
I got some predictions from chat.
Oh, we got some chat predictions. Yeah. Give me your guys' prediction
Hawks,
in chat. Blowout.
34-13 Hawks from San Poyle. Hawks fan.
They're banking on the Drake Maye poops his pants.
And Sinbin, I'll match Tecmo's Super Bowl with 24-21 Seattle.
Okay.
What about you?
So my chat, Mr. Gaffetti is saying 28-14 New England, but I could be wrong. Darnold could have upgraded his game. And it's like I was saying earlier in the show, I don't know that Darnold still has the big game bugaboo anymore, especially after this year in the playoffs and everything going with that as well. And like I said, I'm taking 24-21 Seattle. I think Seattle just has a little more. I've got a little more faith in Sam Darnold right now than I do Drake Maye as we've watched the playoffs. But I mean, with that being said, Trent, what do you got coming out, man?
I have an NFL Rewind coming out tomorrow, Super Bowl 49.
Fitting.
And then a Cynic's Guide to the Super Bowl, either a recap or if I could squeeze it in, a before game. It's most likely going to be a cynical recap of it.
That's
what
fair.
About you?
So tonight, game night, and I was hyping Bok Choy up on this one as well. So he's pretty psyched for this one. We're doing Sonic Crossworlds Racing tonight for game night, so that'll be hype. We'll probably do that, give or take 30 minutes, or maybe an hour. Just kind of depends on how long it takes me to get everything hooked up and figured out there. We'll be doing the Super Bowl on Sunday, and then we're going to be really kind of hammering in on like the big Bronco season in Requiem video. And that's going to be a damn good time. But as always tonight, this was a damn good time. Technical difficulties for the second time in a row, but you know, we keep fighting. We keep making it happen. We got it figured out after a little bit of IT troubleshooting. On a real okay, Ender hit me with a real question. Who winning the Puppy Bowl, Team Fluff or Team Rough? Team Fluff.
Rough.
Team Fluff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Team Rough. I was actually going to I don't think this is appropriate for this stream. I was actually gonna say, instead of watching the halftime shows, you could watch the Puppy Bowl.
That is true.
If you're not into any of that.
I'm taking Team Fluff.
I'm taking Team Rough.
Alrighty. Thank you everybody so much for watching as always. I've been Miles. That's occasionally Trent. Occasionally, sometimes. Perhaps, could be. And with that being said, again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channels. I'm almost to 400. Trent's starting the mountain climb up to 300. Hella proud of this guy. Love working with him. love to give just a huge shout as well to the rest of my crew as well. Ender, Bok Choy, Mod, Graphics, everything that those guys do for me on the channel as well. It's I have an amazing group of people to work with, and I could not be happier with them. So yeah, with that being said, again, thank each and every one of you, and we will see you all in the next one. Adios.
Adios. And don't forget, sponsored by myself.
Oh, brother. Sponsored by myself.